doing?
Good. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
James.
Sorry, so let's desk right there.
That's why I kind of back here in Kuhnle, we used to have to take people's temperatures and all this other stuff.
I'm gonna sneak behind you here.
Obviously, thank you. I figured it was you, but yeah, if you'd ever met Craig, you'd understand. So very particular. Very, very particular, which is good. I'm glad, because I wouldn't want anybody else to deal with the evidence exactly, because I wouldn't have to. All right, perfect. Okay, so
All done?
Oh yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. Okay, so I'm going to give you this,
Okay.
and then I'm going to show you everything, and then basically what you have to do is you're just going to initial. Okay, obviously, for the bodyguard. Okay, this for the ammunition, this for the knife, and this for the OC. So you have initial, and just print your name. Obviously, today's date, and then the month, and then you're going to sign, and then I will sign.
Okay.
And then, but let me show you before you do all that, so that way you can see. Okay, so there. Sorry, brown bag's what we got. So they all should be yours.
So I recognize that. That's correct.
And this, that should be what.
Yes.
Right. And then I had them separate because, so there's your bag.
Okay.
And then there are your 7 rounds of duty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
I double checked. And then this, and we'll put this in your trunk, and you can keep this, and you can dispose of it later.
Okay.
So. So I don't know. Can you see your serial number there?
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, I already matched it. It's just that. Yeah, sorry about the zip ties. That's how it's retained. Is probably the best way versus it banging around inside a box.
Oh yeah, totally fine. I already got the body cam from the school police, so it was handled way worse than zip ties. The officer that pulled me out of my car at gunpoint was cussing and screaming because he couldn't read the serial number. So that'll be interesting when I bring that up later on. 16th day of August.
Yes, sir.
But fortunately, he didn't treat me with that kind of attitude.
That's good. That's good to hear.
So I'm going to sign this here.
Yes, sir. And then I sign the other side.
I'll sign, and then I already put my printed name there. So.
That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign here. Perfect. All right. Okay. All right. So we are set. So now we'll just go outside and we'll put this in your trunk.
Before we do that, did you want to hear my feedback on the issue with where the paperwork ended up?
Your feedback or what?
Well, because I was going to check my notes as to who said what.
Well, I can already tell you that I found the paperwork and I already routed it to the legal office manager.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about your notes, sir. Okay. I found the paperwork, retrieved the paperwork, all of the paperwork. It was a stapled stack, probably about that thick, and it had a CCSD report on the top, and then I didn't go through every document, but the pages were numbered at the top and circled. So then I got that to the legal office manager, and then she's giving it to the appropriate people.
Okay. So was it on Roberta's desk?
I would rather not say, sir, but
just to
I understand.
Just to follow up on our conversation, I checked my notes. So he did ask me where I wanted the paperwork to go, and I said, I basically told him, because they had already told me at that point that they'd never heard of the public integrity,
which we've addressed.
So I was already dumbfounded by that. So my answer was, I don't care what you do with it. I just want a stamp so that I can show the FBI and others that I delivered this paperwork, right? So then later on in the conversation, they told me that they had put it on Gina Livero's desk, and my response to that was, it's just going to get disappeared.
But it didn't. But I understand.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm conveying to you what I said. So I told them that it's just going to get disappeared like everything else has for the last several years. if you put it on her desk. So I didn't come out and say, I didn't tell them, you know, hey, maybe you shouldn't put it on her desk since she's the one I'm complaining about. I did not say that.
I understand.
But again, I was kind of dumbfounded at that point. But what I did say was it's going to get disappeared if that's the result of it. And then the last point is I did ask them, because they gave me the contact information for the Office of Professional Responsibility. So I did ask them to forward that paperwork to those people, but they basically just rested on the fact that it was on Gina's desk and that's where they were going.
Well,
So,
at this point, obviously a few days later, or a week and a half later, but it is in the correct hands now, so, or it's moving in the correct hands. Because again, after we discussed, understood your concerns,
thank you.
and that's why I wanted to make sure. So the good news is your one concern that it would be it didn't disappear, but it's now where it needs to be.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah, and CJ Brady has it at this point anyway because I gave it to her. Do you want to go out here? My car's over there.
oh, sure.